guys, welcome back. It's your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I am pleased to announce I have a special guest host with me again today. That's right, Uncle Mongo has deemed to join us, otherwise known as my twin brother. Say hello.
What up?
He is back, and we are doing another all-day game-a-thon where we take and sit down and go over a whole bunch of games that I don't get a chance to play because they require two players to show off for you guys. First up is going to be Warhammer Underworlds Shadespire, or Night Vault, just depending on whichever version you're playing. This is another one of those games that I think GW is doing good with expanding. Right? They're trying to get more people into 40K, and I can understand that. They're not the big name. This is Age of Sigmar, Age of Sigmarines. They're trying to get more people into their bigger miniature games because they're not the biggest name on the block anymore. That's X-Wing, right? You know, you guys know I'm big into X-Wing. X-Wing is the top miniatures game on the planet right now, and it used to be 40K. So they're trying to expand, and they're releasing a whole lot of individual standalone games that use some of the pieces from their miniatures games. So you get involved with that, you like it, and you want to take and pursue on to others. You guys saw that previously where we did Blackstone Fortress and Kill Team, which the miniatures could be used between Blackstone Fortress, Kill Team, and 40K. Now with the Underworlds, these miniatures can be used with the, what's it called, Age of Sigmar?
Some of these can be used with Age of Sigmar.
Some of these can be used with Age of Sigmar. So we're going to get into this. This is a mix of a card and tactical game. There's a lot of card play back and forth, and obviously miniatures moving across the board.
It has a lot of TCG aspects, trading card game aspects. It's not as heavy into that as like Magic, but it also doesn't have as much of the upfront cost getting in. It's pretty reasonable.
All right, so real quick, we're going to jump into setup, show you guys setup, and then we'll show you a few of the cards that go along with the different miniatures themselves, let you guys see those and what the stats mean, and then we'll jump in and show you guys a quick game, which I've got to give it to Underworlds here. This is one of the best games GW has for a quick playing game. You can get a game under 30 minutes easily, even if you don't know the game that well. Like I don't. This is only the second time.
Full disclosure before anybody gets mad. I've only got like 6 games in this, and Nate, this will be his third, I think. Gimpy, this will be his third. So we are going to make mistakes. We're going to make quite a few mistakes. This is not geared to be competitive decks. I'm using the starter box from Night Vault, and Gimpy's using the starter box from the Spectral Guard. So this isn't like heavily geared for competitive.
Yeah, don't use us as a learning tool for a tournament. Okay, Mongo, what's our first step for setting up? We have already set the boards on the table. Usually you're going to have one player set down one board and the other player set down the other board. We went ahead and just set out the board to have that taken care of. Next, we take and put the objectives, correct?
Correct. So we roll off. And what counts on the initial roll-off is criticals. So I got 1 critical, and Gimpy got none.
No criticals, so he won.
So I'll set the first objective. The objectives go face down, and they're shuffled. And then at the end, we flip them up. So the first one can go anywhere on the board that is not a starter hex, which is these marked here, a hazard hex, like the ones marked in red, or a blocked hex like here.
We also can't place it along the edge, right?
Except for the last one. The last one can be along these edge hexes. So I am going to go ahead and set one right here.
Oh, Mongo thinks he's slick, but he ain't slick.
I have no idea.
We're going to go with, I don't know. Here seems good.
And you can use these. I was wrong on that.
All right.
And
it can't be within 2, right?
Can't be within 2 of another one, so it has to be at least 2 away. And I will go here.
Make sure you speak up a little bit. Okay. So you whisper the K. And we'll go right here on that last one for Gimpy.
And I will put the last one. Let's see.
Yeah, that blocked that off over there.
It'd be really nice if I knew exactly what I was doing, but I'm kind of making this up as I go along. So I'm sure people are going to be mad. And there we go.
All right, so the objectives are laid out.
And so we can flip them now.
And now,
Objective 4, we can objective 1,
5 over here.
And 3
there.
And 2.
All right, so just to show you guys a card real quick showing the different stats, this is my Warden, okay? And this is the leader of my little skeletal band. I have a band of 7 skeletons, including the leader, and his special ability is he gets to bring back the skeletons that die. So as they get killed off, I get to keep bringing them back time and time again. That's actually part of their allure, their power. They actually get stronger as they come back. But if this guy dies, short of me playing a special card or something, they can't resurrect anymore. So I have to protect him, but he's also my toughest. The stats listed down here, the one on the left lists down the range. So since this guy is actually using a spear, he has a little farther range. He has a range of 2 hexes. That middle icon shows the icon that you're looking for when you roll your attack dice and how many dice you roll. And then right next to that, that's how much damage you do when you do land a successful hit. Down here in the bottom left, that is his movement. So he has movement of 2. The middle is his defense, and the symbol underneath is what he needs to roll. So he needs to roll the dodge, which is actually relatively hard. And then to the right is his wound counter. Each one of the miniatures in this game has their own little card, and they can take and level up. They can become what's inspired, and it's going to vary depending on each guy. For my Warden, right here in the center, it says his golden objective is to resurrect 2 skeletons. So once I bring back 2 of my guys, he levels up. Now he's hitting harder, throwing more dice, moving farther. His health's still the same, but he's doing a little better. And all the rest of my skeletons operate off of that mechanic in that once they die and come back, they come back inspired. I'll let Mongo tell you about his guys.
So I'm playing Stormsire's Cursebreakers, and these guys are basically spellcasters. They like to attack from range, cast spells, and they're basically tough wizards. And yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Good? Okay.
And as you can see, Gimpy's going to be running 7 guys. My guys I only have 3, so they're definitely designed to be a little tougher, a little tankier, and hopefully hit a little harder. And we'll see how that goes.
All right, so who places down the first? Is this where we roll? Or we already rolled for initiative, didn't we?
Yes, but I think we actually do it again for placement. I could be wrong on that, but we'll go ahead and do it. People will tell us in the comments.
We'll roll for initiative.
So I got 1.
You got a crit again.
And you got 1 and a thing, so...
Don't we tie in this?
Yeah, but that's a double, so yours goes.
Okay, so I won?
I think so.
All right, well, I'll take initiative then. So I'll place down my first character, right?
Yep.
All right, I don't know. Where do I want to go with this? Let's see. This is my side of the board. This is Mongo's side of the board. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 to choose from. I think I will place my leader right there.
Okay.
Mango.
I'm going to take Amos, Dawnguard, and he will go there.
I'm going to put my champion. He's going to go right there.
I'm going to take Rastus, the Charmed. He's going to go right there.
Prince of Dust.
And then lastly, Averon Stormshire himself.
My Harvester. I can go ahead and place out the rest of my guys. This is a Grim Reaper looking mofo right here. He can actually hit everyone around him. And then I've got 3 pretty generic skeletons with weak stats. These guys are all called petitioners, and I'll just use them to fill in the remaining spaces that I have over here. And this one's kind of cool. It's just a single skeleton, like half of him climbing out of the ground. I think that's kind of neat how they did that.
We'll put him back in the ground.
All right. No, you won't. I'm going to win this one. Now, we each are going to draw 5 of our, what are these called again? Ploy cards.
Power cards.
Power cards. And then we're going to each have 3 of these golden objective cards. And to give you an example here, this is my top objective card. Score this immediately if a friendly fighter makes a successful attack that deals at least twice as much damage as is needed to take the target out of action. And you see at the bottom where there's that gold token. That's your victory points in this game. You're trying to get as many of those as possible, and you're going to be scoring these golden cards to take and do so. So you'll get points, you'll get golden tokens for killing the opponent's creatures, characters, and then for scoring these cards. And I can't tell you all the cards because they're all going to vary between his deck and my deck on the different objectives that you're going to have. They're just so many. So you have to look through that and decide, do I want to be offensive? Do I want to be defensive? What is my goal? And then you build your deck around that. So I would have to build around my skeletons. Do they need to be offensive, defensive? What's their goal? And then you mix that with these objective spaces that are on the board. Like some of these will tell you that you need to control spaces 1 and 3 or 2 and 4, something like that. And then when you do, you can score and get points. And these points are going to vary depending on how hard it is. I actually have one card that says if I control all 5 objectives, I get 5 points. That's actually a lot to get in one go-around. So we're each going to draw 3 of these, and we're going to draw 5 of our ploy cards, which
Power card.
I'm going to call them ploy. You guys will see how we use those. We'll hold them up and show them during the game as we play them.
Keep secret.
Yes, these will be secret from each other. 3, 4, 5. All right. We are ready to go. I have initiative, so I get to start. Now, there are these 4 tokens on each side of the board, and there's going to be 12 rounds total. So there's 3 main rounds where you're taking 4 different actions. You'll flip over one of these tokens, and you will conduct a move, attack, or charge action.
Or guard.
Or guard, that's right. After you perform that action, you can play one of your power cards, and then your opponent has a chance to play a power card. It does go kind of back and forth with that until both players have passed, and at which point the opponent will take and perform his action. You'll go back and forth like that until each person has played all 4 of their actions. The round will reset. You'll do it 4 more times, reset again, and then it's the last 4. So you're not really going for kills in this game. This game is all about playing the objective to the best of your ability to get as many points as you can. All right, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my first action. Give me just a sec here, guys. Let me take a look. All right, so Mongo check just to be sure, and there actually is one more roll off to see who goes first. So we're going to take and do that real quick. See who goes. I've got a lot of successes. And he has no successes.
So
I go first.
Yeah, you choose who goes first.
I'm going to choose me. Now, my warden has a couple of special abilities. One of his special abilities is to bring back a skeleton to life. Another is to allow 2 skeletons to perform a move action, which generally you can't allow 2 guys to move at the same time. So this is one of those little rule breakers. It's the bottom one on there. I'm looking at it, and I'm considering, do I want to perform, I could perform a charge over here, but that puts him out of range. I would rather you come up on
Just
me.
remember that doesn't allow him to move twice.
I know. So I think I'm going to take and try to get my guys clumped in together a little bit. Go do a move action here, and then I'm going to do a move action here. Grab a couple of the move tokens to signify that they have moved. And this is the charge side, so you can only charge once per round. You have to keep that in mind. Charging is a big deal. So both of my guys have moved. That completes my little action. I will flip this over, and now I can play one of my power cards if I so wish to do so. So I don't have any cards that I want to play, so I'm going to take and pass. This allows Mongo to play a card if he wants. If he doesn't want to, then he passes, and it goes to his first action.
I pass as well, and I'll do my first activation.
He flips over his token, and now he can do something with his guys.
So I will cast a spell with Annis. With him, I'm going to do his Empower spell action. So this is successful on lightning bolts. So that is a success. So if the spell is cast, you re-roll 1 attack dice each time this fighter makes an attack action till the end of the phase. And as he casts a spell, he now inspires.
Well, doesn't that just suck?
Yes. And I do not have any ploys.
Oh, so casting a spell is just your flat action. You can't do anything else afterwards?
Correct, unless I have a card or something.
Okay. Okay, instead I'm going to take and move a couple of my guys here as well. Move this guy up for the objective. Move this guy up to line them up to keep them together. So that's going to be my action there. We'll mark those guys as moved for this round. I'm trying to kind of have a fighting wall that he'll have to deal with. All right. And I've got no cards that I want to play, no power cards. So it goes back to Mongo if he wants to play power cards before his next action.
All right, so I'm going to spend my activation.
Okay, hold on.
All right, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to cast Rastus' spell, the Empower spell action. It goes off. That's a crit, so it's an automatic success. So Rastus is now inspired.
So each one of these guys has that spell?
These two have that. He's a different type of wizard.
Well, doesn't that just suck? All right, it's back to me. I'm assuming you don't want to play a power card.
No.
All right, so neither one of us have a whole lot of cards that we're looking to play right now. My next action, I'm going to... I've only got one other guy to move, so I'm going to get my leader up here. And my leader actually has the ability to hit from range. That way he can hit anyone that moves up here as well. So that's my goal. Probably won't work out, but we'll see how it pans out. That takes care of his move action. We'll mark him as moved. And I've got no power cards. Goes to you, Mango.
I'm going to play Determined Effort, which is +1 attack dice for the first attack action and the next activation. And we figure we might go on the attack here with old Rastus now that he's expired. So I'll do a charge move. Mark him as moved.
I already marked him as moved.
Did you?
Yeah. There's 2 on it.
Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry. So I will charge. Charge allows you to move and attack. So now I'll be rolling 4 dice. He's inspired, so he had 3. My ploy gave me another one.
Which one is doing the attacking?
This one.
So you can see by looking at the symbols that he is throwing 3 dice and he's looking for hammers or crits for its success, and he does 2 damage. So, do your attack.
That would be 3 hammers.
Definitely got it. So, he got 3 hammers. I have 1 dice to roll. Unfortunately, I can't succeed just by rolling my evade symbol on my champion, which is that arrow-looking symbol there at the bottom. Basically, I have to roll a crit to succeed here. Otherwise, I will be getting spanked here. Nope. That's bad. That's a shield. So I take 2 damage.
And he's dead, isn't he? Or
No.
is he a 3?
The champion has 3.
Okay, so he's a 3.
So 2 damage tokens on my champion.
I'm going to push him.
No push.
Yeah, I'm going to push him back.
No push. All right, so now it's me, right? Do you have any power cards you want to play? All right, so for my last activation, I'm actually going to charge up with this guy to attack back into Rastus. I'll mark down him as doing a charge. My champion only has 2 dice, but I am looking for hammers. Hopefully I will do some damage to Rastus. We'll see how this goes. Oh, weak. Nothing. So, it doesn't matter on that one.
You attacked with defense dice.
Oh. I'm rolling the wrong damn dice. I was like, wow, no symbols. Let me try this. Gimpy, cut that part out.
2 dice.
All right, I got 1 success. So now it is on you, Mango.
I have 1 defense, which I do not get.
That's not... Oh, I actually got 2 damage through onto him. I'm amazed. I did not expect that to happen.
Rastus the Inspired.
And he now only has 2 health left. The problem with his guys, you notice he's only got 3. When they go down, they don't come back.
Yeah, correct. Probably didn't need to be as tough as it was. All right, so for my last activation, I will do a charge move with Averon to here because he has a range 3 spell.
He has a range 3 spell.
Correct. He has a
You
range...
can do that as a charge?
Correct.
Y'all let me know in the comments if Mongo's making up rules here.
So he's 1, 2, 3 away. I'm going to try to finish off that That little goober.
So what does he need to roll for the spell?
So he naturally rolls 2 dice. He's as being a level 2 wizard, and he needs to get 1 swirly whirly. I don't know what they're actually called.
Swirly whirly, the technical term.
And so it goes off.
So he got a swirly whirly. Do I get a defense die for this? All right, we're rolling a defensive die. We were checking. We couldn't find it for sure, but just on the safe side, we're going to let the guy roll his defense for the attack.
He's dead.
He didn't get it anyway, so my champion has died. That's all right. I can bring it back.
Get a little gold token.
Mango gets a gold token. So that...
And he successfully cast a spell, which means that...
He flips over.
He inspires.
All right, so that is the end of the first entire round.
There's power.
Oh, yeah, power. Any cards for you? Okay. Mongo has played a power card, giving one of his characters a better attack. I'm going to play Forceful Denial as a reaction, and I get to roll a defense die. On a shield or a crit, it cancels his ploy. So, let me roll my die here and see if I can cancel his upgrade. And I do cancel his upgrade. So, his guy does not get to power up, thankfully.
I'm actually not sure if that counts on equipment, because ploy cards are specifically those. We can play it that way. It's not that big of a deal if it's not, but I'm sure we'll get hammered in the thing.
If it's not, someone will let us know in the comments. Okay, so now at this point, since we're both done with our 4 actions that we each have, we go on to the scoring phase, and that's when we're going to look at our golden cards to see if we've accomplished any of our objectives for this round.
And I hold objective 4, so I get another gold.
And I do not have any that I can actually score. Also, during this is when you can take and replace your cards. If you have blue cards or gold cards that you don't want to keep, you can discard them and draw new cards up for the second round. We're going to go ahead and do that now.
Okay, we're going to roll off for next turn.
For initiative, I think he's going to get it. I'd say the crits have it.
2 crits and a singular.
Yeah. Yeah, he got it. You get to choose.
I'll go first.
Mongo is choosing to go first. All right, so what's your first action going to be there, Home Slice?
I'm going to cast me a spell.
No spells.
I'm going to cast his 3 range, 2 damage spell onto this guy.
That would be my Prince of Dust.
Looking for another swirly whirly. And we got a swirly whirly.
I'll roll my defense. No
Nothing.
defense.
So he takes 2 damage.
We have 2 damage.
Is he another 3
Yep.
damage person?
Actually, I've got it here. Left over from the champion.
Right. And then I'm going to push him.
Do the spells get to push him?
Yeah, as long as you successfully hit.
Well, isn't that some bullshit? I think Mongo's cheating, y'all. All right.
Actually, never mind. I'll leave him. I won't push him.
Do you have any cards you want to play?
Yes. I'm going to try to do a gambit spell in my power step. And this needs 2 lightning bolts. And if so, I can remove 2 wounds from a fighter. And that does not go off with 2 swirly whirlies. And the spell is discarded.
So it's my turn to play a card if I want to, and I do. I am going to play Restless Dead, which allows me to bring back one of my guys other than my Warden. I will bring back my champion back to the square he was on, and that also allows my champion to go from the normal that he was to the inspired version. So now he is upgraded. I am definitely happy about that. Any more cards for you, Mr. Mongo?
Yes. I'm going to spell Aether Wing Stand, or use Aether Wing Stance. Friendly fighters have +1 defense for the first activation. And
That's going to be the top.
First
so you're going to
action.
hold it like that.
Yeah. So, like that.
So what are they doing now?
+1 defense in the next activation step.
For just that guy?
No, for whoever you target.
For once? What does do? Friendly fire. The first attack action, the next activation. Okay. And I will play one more card as well. I'm going to play this one to allow me to move one of my fighters from one place to another starting location, and I'm going to move this one up to here so I've got my guys bunched up. Probably not the best strategy, but at least it gets my guys together. I noticed that previously when I was playing them that I had them a little spread out and it didn't seem to work as well. So this way they're all kind of supporting each other. Now Mongo has the option for another card.
I'm good.
He's good. He passes. And I think I will pass as well. So now it goes to my first activation. All right. I have an idea of doing something cool here. And we'll see if this works. Because I can still do actions with him. I just can't move or attack if I do something like a charge. Correct. All right. So I'm going to charge here with my Warden to do a charge attack against his guy since I have the range of 2 and can attack him from a distance. I'm going to roll my 2 dice for him. And I got a crit for it. So you get to roll your defense die.
So normally I would get 1, but I get 2 on this because I used a ploy
for that first attack.
And I would be a success, but his crit overmatches that.
Yeah, so that kills him, correct?
It's
2 damage.
Yeah, so he's dead.
Sweet! I actually killed something. I will mark him with a charge token. This actually negates what I was getting ready to do. I was going to have a second attack play off on him.
Well, that gets your coin.
And I got a coin! I don't get many of these. I'm definitely excited to get one of those. And I actually get to score something. Score this card immediately after your leader takes out an enemy fighter out of action. So I get to score this card. So Mongo, if you could hand me another gold coin, please.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. I'm actually doing pretty decent this round. That was I need to flip my token. And I'm looking to see if there's any more cards I want to play. I do want to play one card. I am going to spend one of my gold tokens to play this gear card of Undying, and it gives 1 extra wound to my Warden, because I do not want to lose that guy. Mongo, any cards you want to play?
Yeah, so I'm going to give Stormsire. I'm going to give him hold on for the game. Corporate staff. So basically, if this spell goes off on a dice, then he gets +1 range. It does not.
Sweet.
The dice have failed me.
The dice gods are not loving you, Mango.
No, they're not. The skeletal guys are about to overwhelm us.
All right, hands to you.
So for my activation, I'm going to see if I can get some revenge. Is that guy a 3 damage guy or?
Do you mean health?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
And he's
3, 5.
He's already damaged, right?
Yeah, this one has 2.
All right, so I'm going to cast his range 3 attack again.
You're casting the spell again?
Yeah, see if I can finish off that wounded one. Swirly whirly, and it goes 2 successes.
All right, I need a crit to live. No crit.
So he toast.
So that takes care of him.
And I get another coin.
Oh, splat. And I lost one. But that's okay. That's okay. Any card play? I am not going to play a card either, so it's going to go to my next activation. And I've got to get rid of this guy because he is just doing nothing but blatting me from a distance. So I am going to spend my activation to charge in with my champion, Blat, to attempt to do an attack on this guy. And thankfully my champion has leveled up. So now he rolls 3 dice and does 2 damage. He's looking for the hammers. And unfortunately, I only got a single success on that attack.
Okay, 2 defense dice. We need shields.
How are you getting the 2?
Because he's inspired, he has 2.
Oh.
It doesn't matter if he failed, I can't pass the thing.
2 damage.
And do you want to push?
Yes, I do want to push. Push you off that objective. We'll push you back to here.
Okay.
I could have pushed over there, couldn't I?
Yeah. Right, you can. Oh, yeah, you could have.
And I'm looking to see if I got a card. I don't think I have one I want to play. So it goes to Mango.
So I'm in an odd spot. My guys are falling pretty quickly to this. I think I'm going to spend an activation and try to draw a card, see if I can get something that'll pull me out of this hole.
Any card play you want to do?
Yes, I am going to spend that and...
Evidently he got a card that he liked. Hold it up for the card, gamer.
It's Tempest Might, +1 damage to all spells.
For how long?
Forever.
Yeah, we're going to kill him.
So...
That's not going to last.
Yeah. Alright. Pass to you.
Alright, my next activation. And I am going to spend it using my Subcural Warden to bring back my skeleton. And this is going to cause both the skeleton himself, because his golden inspire ability is to be brought back, so he inspires, and my warden inspires for doing the bring back. So they are all powered up here. This is doing very well for my guys.
Bringing them back. I'll keep snuffing them out.
And now I look to see if I have any cards I want to play. I do not believe I have any. Nope. It is to Mongo.
I'm going to spend my last activation to use my spell again on him. And we are going to use... Actually, we're not going to use the spell. We're going to use the Incantor Staff, which is a range 2, but it's on hammers.
Instead?
No, actually, no. I need to use the spell.
Why is that?
Because it's the +1 damage is only on spell attack. Not... And I want to kill him, so... The only way to kill him and get 3 damage through is through the spelly. So I need the swirly whirlies. Let's see swirly whirlies. And we got a swirly whirly.
Alright.
For 3 damage.
I need a crit or a dodge.
Or dead.
Boom! Blatting my damn skeletons down.
And that gives me another gold coin.
Alright. Any card play for you, Mango?
No.
All right.
No more.
Unfortunately, I do have a reaction where I could have played an attack with that guy, but he was out of range, so I was unable to do that. So we're going to spend my last activation, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. And since we're coming to the end of the round, I'm just going to use it to bring back the champion. Just bring him right back into the game, just like that. No card play for me. Mongo?
I pass as well, so we go into the scoring phase.
All right, so now we're into the scoring phase again, and you guys can see why I love these skeletons, because these guys just keep sticking around. The key, though, is the warden. If the warden goes down, that's it. They're not coming back anymore. So you need to try to keep him as happy as possible.
So in the scoring phase, I got Magical Supremacy for successfully casting 2 spells. So that gives me another gold coin. I'm up to 5. So I'm ahead on the coin count, but I'm getting pushed back.
All right. I unfortunately don't have anything I can score. So we're going to grab up our new cards, get ourselves set up for the next turn. All right, we're rolling for initiative on this last round. Let's see who's going to get it. Ooh, I got to flip my tokens. I think even though I've been crushing his guys, I think Mongo's going to get this one.
I got nothing.
Got a crit, so it's definitely going to go to me. I'll take the first move, but what am I going to do? What's going to be my goal? What am I going to crush? Let's see. I know exactly what I want. I want him dead. He's close dead. So we got to kill him. We got to make him full dead. We've got to make him join the Skeletor team. So, first activation is going to be my Prince Inspired. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, smash. And he's going to Hulk smash this little buttwad over here. See if we can kill him out. Do our damage. Come on, crits. That's what I'm talking about. Crit and a success. Time to die, Mango. Time to die. Just roll that defense and die.
I don't know if I have much here.
Just make it. Die. Die,
2
die.
crits.
Nope.
2 successes, but no crits.
No crits. And that will be enough to kill that little spellcaster, which has been pissing me off. All right. And card play. Do I have any cards I want to play? Give me 1 sec here to take a look here, guys. I do have one card that I am going to play, actually. We're going to play Fortify, so that friendly fighters holding objectives have +1 defense for the next activation. I'll leave that here. Mongo, you getting cards?
I will spend a coin to give
His last remaining guy
+1 wound. So he's got 5 wounds now. And I will spend another one to give him +1 damage to all attacks with a range.
You know, it goes back to me, right?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I didn't say I want to do something. I'm just saying it goes back to me.
Do you have anything you want to
do? No.
Okay. So now he has plus
Actually, yeah,
damage to
I am going to add a card. I'm going to spend a coin to add a card to my Ancient Commander that gives him the ability to let multiple guys move. It allows him to, instead of his special ability of letting 2 skeletons move, he can let 3 skeletons move.
That's cool. All right. So for my activation, I'm just going to move my guy.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
And I'm not going to attack.
You're just moving?
Correct.
All right.
So that way you lose your defense.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's only for this activation.
Okay. Any card play?
No.
All right. I have an idea here. We're going to see if this is going to work.
Do you have a card?
No. You just did your thing. I didn't have a card.
Okay. Pass.
So pass. So I'm going to use my activation. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and a charge and attack him with a supporting character. So that will definitely help me out with my leveled up warden. I can possibly bring this guy very much hurt, very much pain. Oh, double crit with a success from the aid. So I'm going to say this is looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definite whiff. So he's taking 3 damage. It's a good thing that he put that extra health onto him, but it's not going to matter because all my guys can probably kill him in the next hit. Now I'm looking at card play. Oh, I want to push him too. I am going to push him. Where do you think? Push him there? Because it has to be away from my guy, right?
Correct.
So he could go here, here, here.
No, he can't go there because he's not any farther away.
Okay, so he's 1 hex away. He'd have to be farther away.
The only places he can go is here,
there. Okay, we'll push him here. Okay. Now card play, and I do believe that's going to be it for me.
All right, I'm going to play Sidestep to push a friendly fighter 1 hex to get my guy back into range to attack.
No! You can't play that.
Any card from you?
I hate you. Yeah. I will play this after. Actually, I should have played this earlier. Well, he charged, so I can't attack with him, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so never mind.
They both
charged. Wait. This charge is on him. He was already there from the previous round. Wasn't he?
No, he charged up and killed my...
Okay, so I just hadn't put a charge token on.
Yeah, they both charged.
Okay, then yeah, I don't have a card to play. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so for my second activation, we're going to see if we can get a little revenge here. We do...
Remember, I get stronger as I get attacked.
Move 3 dice into him. Need hammers or crits? 2 hammers.
2 hammers.
You get a defense.
I need that big whammy crit, baby. That ain't a crit. How much damage does he do?
It's 3.
So that kills my prince, unfortunately.
That gives me another coiny coin.
See, that's the thing. I found the skeletal opponents tend to do very well as far as killing points are concerned because they kill off all my troops. Now, I can't do any more attacks with him, right?
Correct.
Because I charged. Ugh. It sucks. Damn, this is the last 3rd round, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get enough points. I could kill you, but I am so close now. Well, how come that guy was able to keep attacking over and over with...
Because he hadn't
He hadn't charged.
He hadn't charged.
That's right.
If you have a move action, you can fight from your move, right? Which is why he could still attack. But from a charge, you can't do anything else unless you remove the charge token. Which there's cards that can do that. But if your guy's standing still throwing spells, he can do that all the time.
Yeah, I'm going to have Crush to see. If we played one more round, I'd kill him off, but I think he's going to beat me just on the points that he got from killing off my team members. Let's see if there's anything else.
That's one thing with the skeletal guys. You basically have to swarm up pretty fast, or at least that's the way it seems. I mean, obviously we're not experts, but the game's so much fun.
I go 1, 2 to get onto that objective.
Using his thing to move people?
Yeah.
Okay.
And...
because you can move 3 guys now.
1, 2... I know. I was looking to see if I could get him... It depends on what order I move. They got 1, 2, 3...
They're all range 1 people.
Yeah.
Right? So you won't be able to get them anywhere.
I'm not moving through that guy. It's just the order in which I move him. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get this guy close enough, so we'll just put him there.
You couldn't get up that far.
He has 3 movement.
Oh, he has 3 movement.
3 movement. That guy has 2. And we'll just have this guy drop back to take that objective.
Anything else? Any
That's
power cards?
I don't think I've got any power cards that I want to do. Nope. That's it.
All right. I will spend my
You're going to draw a card?
To draw a card to see if I can do anything kinky.
Yeah, he's looking for the specials now to see if he gets some type of bonus.
I will try to cast this.
What does this do?
It's Vital Surge, so it's 2 lightning bolts to remove 2 wounds, just in case. I don't think he can get to me, but
I can't get to him.
Didn't go off anyway.
He does not get the card.
But figured, what the hell? If it does, I mean, sometimes you have objectives to score for casting spells.
Which ones are those guys that I move?
So your last activation.
That one. And this one. Yes, I could score stuff to win. Okay.
You're so eager.
I want to win! I do not want to lose! I am going... Oh, and I can't even bring it back to there. Screw it. Last activation will just bring back a skeleton. Just
give me somebody else to
do it. Just so I've got my whole team on the board when we lose this game. Because this game is so tactical like that I know that I could beat him physically. Yeah, it is. It's showing how bad. Because I'm sure like people who are experienced this game are watching like, you moron, what are you doing? And that's it. I've got no cards to play that'll make anything.
So I'll spend my last one to, again, draw a card.
See if he gets some special whammy in there. See, and that's the end of the game. We've each played through our 3 rounds. And unfortunately, now that we're in the scoring phase, I have 2 cards for holding objectives. These both were for holding objectives 1 and 2, and then another one for 3 and 4 would have given me 4 points. And see, I've got 1 and 3, and I had a guy on 4, and I just needed to get moving quicker up here to 2, but I got so distracted in killing his guys instead of moving towards those objectives.
Because of how well I painted them.
Yeah, that I cost myself the points. And this one, last one I've got for having friendly guys on the field. You can see I love the tactical nature of this game and the fact that you're gunning for these, not just the objectives. And the objectives aren't even like, hold them. They can mean anything because it depends on what your side's cards tell you to do as far as the objectives. Like my cards were telling me to gain 2 of the objectives to gain points. Or, whatever it is. Or I got points for killing his guys off of that. Actually, I owed 1 more gold coin for one of the kills. It doesn't matter. He got me anyway. What I found with playing with Mongo with the skeletons is that I tend to beat him physically with the team. Like, I tend to be winning in combat, but I lose in points from the extra points that he's getting from killing my skeletons over and over and me just throwing them into the meat grinder. So I have to be aggressive enough to get the points I need in the game, but not so aggressive that I'm just feeding him token after token. You know what I mean?
Now, part of this game, like we said earlier, is the trading card game aspect of it. Each little army, you want to grab that little box there, if you can reach it. So each army, the great thing about it is they're only $30. It's a pretty cheap investment to get in the whole starter kit to have 2 armies, and so this is a little army expansion box for his guard. The entire box and starter game is only $60. That's extremely reasonable, especially for a Games Workshop product that you can continually have a lot of fun with this game. Now, if you're a father and son, 2 buddies who want to sit there and have a good time, this is a great game to have. However, if you're wanting to get into the competitive side, it does get a little bit similar to how Magic is, where there's expansions that come out. There's certain cards that are only in certain boxes.
Don't tell me they did that.
A little bit.
Flavor of the month type stuff.
It's not like... The great thing is it's not as bad as like X-Wing and some others where you had to buy like certain ships. There are expansion packs with cards, and this full retail I think was $19. So
for a pack of cards, you got to be kidding me.
Well,
that's so overcharged. You know it, and I know it. They're overcharging for that out the ass.
My point was, for full retail, this is $19. Usually on eBay, I think they're $13 to $15. I might be a little off on that. So it's not like, and that's if you want to be on the competitive side. For a Games Workshop game, that's pretty cheap if you want to stay competitive. If you're wanting to do like your local game store type stuff, you don't need to be cutting edge and have everything. Just pick the army you want, and you can do the eBay thing and pick out specific cards. You can do this pretty cheap.
Do you think that a person who just wants to play this at a game store, once a week or once every couple of weeks, could buy just a team and take that to the game store and have fun with it?
As long as there's a... well, that's the thing. If you want to be competitive, usually, like in my experience, enough people who are on the competitive side have so many of the cards anyway. They're pretty much willing. I mean, they gave me an entire deck for my first army that I was playing with when I started doing this game.
Now, does these card packs they're selling out, do they have like rares? Like you would find in Magic?
No,
so there's nothing like that. Like you're buying multiple packs?
No.
So if I buy that pack, I'm going to get the same cards you're going to get.
You're going to get the same pack that everybody else is getting. It's on the money side, it's a lot cheaper than your normal trading card games. But there are a couple of cards that are like only going to be in this box or only in the Nightwalk starter set that might be pretty good. And as they expand more, they add things like Spells is new to Nightfall. It wasn't in Shadespire, at least I don't think it was. And there is, in matched play for tournament style, there is a banned and restricted list where certain cards have been found to be OP.
Overpowered.
Yeah. Right? And they don't want to have people just playing one thing in the meta, right? But for a local game store game where you just want to, have a deck of cards and a dude you can stick in a little tiny box and go to the store, this is perfect.
Yeah, I gotta say, because everything that you need to play the game, if you're not bringing the boards themselves, you could fit in a box this size easy. Handful of dice, some tokens, and whatever models.
This is my box that I take all the rules and 3 armies in, and I stick it in the front seat and I go to the store.
Yeah, plenty of guys have Plan O's or something like that they use. I gotta say, guys, this is some of my first experience with Underworlds, and I like it for its tactical nature. I think wargamers are going to enjoy this type of game if you're into miniatures because of that tactical nature, that you're going for the objectives. Whatever your objective is, and you can build your deck around whatever objectives you want to go. I have all these cards that I didn't draw this game, and then more that I didn't even have in my deck to draw. So I'm not going to have the same type of objectives. Now, if you are competitive like Mongo's talking about, you're going to have a team develop towards a certain goal, and you're going to build your objective deck around that so you can gun these things down. For us, we're just playing shits and giggles, so I wasn't worried about it. For me, it was more like hey, I got to score something cool. Great, good pat Gimpy on the back. Dumbass figured something out. But I like the way that they do that. I like the way the card play works, and I like how quickly the game plays. I gotta say, GW really has gone up in my book with these small, independent games that they're putting out. Yes, they're putting them out with the goal of getting you addicted to the plastic crack, so you jump into their bigger games, but they are games that are good enough to stand on their own.
And they're supporting them.
And they're supported. I got to say, I like to see that. You guys are getting ready to see that here in a little bit when we show you Speed Freaks next. That's all I got to say about it. Got to say, I just like it.
We got to mention the hobby aspect.
What hobby aspect?
So,
like building the miniatures?
Right, so
well, any person
for
who's into
the
miniatures
hobbyists
knows.
out there who like to build miniatures, there's a couple caveats that come with this. These are pretty high quality minis. However, they are the easy to build style. This again is aimed at the.
I did notice that when I was putting those skeletons together.
Right, it's aimed at the people who have never built minis before. So I did the thing that most people do. I clip off all that easy to build stuff and tried to do the mold lines as best I could. A lot of times with the easy to build things, occasionally might be hard to see, but on the shoulder pad you can see a little bit of a gap in there. Can you see it?
I'll hold it up for him. Above the camera. There you go, guys. You guys might see that in the light there if I'm holding it up just right.
But they are very high quality minis, just as pretty much standard with other GW stuff. And you can take this and you can have a great time spending a little extra time on the quality of your paint jobs, because this is going to be your elite team. It's going to be your kill team. It's going to be your Shadespire team. And you can take the time and put in the extra details and not worry about, oh, I have to do this for another 500 skeletons because you've got 7 of them.
Yeah.
Right? So for the first time ever, you can actually take and do 7 skeletons really well instead of just, Light Prime and Agrax Earthshade, right?
As far as the eye can see. I've done that shit.
Times I've done that. And lastly, on the hobby aspect, for those of you who have ever tried it, this is a mix on this particular model, on these 3 I did, of contrast paint and regular paint styles. So I wanted to kind of see what that would look like. The gold is Retributor armor with some of the contrast medium, and most of the rest of the paint on there is actually contrast paint. The blue is, the shades are. I loved using the contrast paint on the actual spell in his hand, the little fireball. That was really great for wet blending. It's very nice, and I am not the world's best painter. I paint while drinking bourbon quite a bit, so contrast paint really helps with that.
I can vouch. He drinks a lot of bourbon.
Yes.
All right. But that's going to be it for us. We're going to get ready to film some other stuff for you guys here real quick. We do hope you enjoyed it. And like I said previously, I'm going to have a lot more miniatures-based gaming on the channel for you guys. But that's going to be it for us. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all take care. We'll catch you in the next one.